Today, you're gonna see a YouTube video where I sit down with one of my students who graduated from my coaching program and is now making hundreds of thousands of dollars every single month on TikTok Shop. He's still a student going to school out in Southern California. He's from Hawaii, and we're gonna sit down, talk about how he did it. You're gonna get to see everything and talk about what helped him get these results. Make sure to check out some of the resources linked down below. We have my coaching program as well as our beginner platform on School that'll help teach you more about TikTok Shop. So check those out and let's get into the video.
All right, we got a live audience today. What's up, everybody? Hayden here, coming back at you with another video. And today, joined by John. Thank you for coming out to Southern California. Actually, he was already here, but I came out. He's going to school out here, and it worked perfect for us to link up before I head out of town. So, yeah, today we're going to talk all things TikTok Shop. You've been inside my coaching group for 5 months?
Yep, 5 months, yeah.
And I'd love to chat about what you've done inside of there, because you've had to pivot, on a dime. Your product was very much so in a trendy niche. We could talk about that if you want to. But I want to talk about, what's worked, what stuff went viral. I think your store, from what I've seen, is quite different from people inside the group because most of your results have come from your videos. So a lot of people in the group, 50 to 60% of their orders are from affiliates. They run ads you're not able to.
Yeah, so I started out doing the affiliate side, and then this is back in January, and then I realized that, if I'm making this brand $1 million, I'm only getting 10%. It's like, well, why don't I become the seller, and take the whole cut and build a business with employees and run something that's more long-term. And that was the big changer for me from going from the affiliate to the seller side, is because you get to run something that's actually creating a lot of value. I was researching as much as I could on the seller side, and that's where I eventually found a product, I've been running with it. And the big thing is for me is creating the videos my own, because you can have affiliates and give them, 15, 20, 30% or whatever. And that's really good. But if you can create the videos yourself, that's where you can really set yourself apart, especially at the beginning when you're first starting out. I have a lot of friends asking me, I know that you tell people within your own group, make videos at the beginning, do videos on your own at the beginning.
Yeah.
Because that's going to kickstart your listing. Most people, and these affiliates don't want to promote your product unless there's a proof of concept, unless there's a couple hundred sales. That's where you kind of step in and do it at the beginning. And now my workload's pulled back a lot. Now my affiliates do most of it, or now I pay people to do videos on my page. And now it's completely passive. Yeah.
Yeah. What percentage of your sales right now are coming from your content versus affiliates today?
Still around 70, 80% me. But when I mean me, it's like I do half of the me videos and the other half are people I hired to make videos and do the live streams on my actual page.
On your page.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, I think that's a really cool path. You don't see a lot of people transition out of being a creator where they work for a commission and actually going into owning the business. It's a very different type of person that can make money as an affiliate versus actually understand a business. So I think that's cool that you were able to do that. Let's talk about some of the results. How quickly did things take off for you when you started something on TikTok Shop? Yeah, I know e-commerce is usually a slower process to get into, but with TikTok Shop and a background in making videos, it's not that hard to go viral.
No, yeah. It's super easy just because, TikTok is boosting videos with shop products tagging it because they want to make money. They're in debt. They need to make the money back. And especially we move into Q4, they're going to push it so much more, right? Basically what I'm doing now, how fast it turned up. I was doing like exercise, I was doing like the forearm rollers and the ones I go like this. And that was my big start, but I moved into another product. I did my first 10K month, the first month I got on the TikTok Shop. And I was like, that was huge for me because I'd never made $1 online before. And I was like, whoa, this is a lot easier than I thought. But also it's a little harder than I thought, but also at the same time, it's like, if you put in the work, it's 100% it's worth it. Yeah. And then I moved into my next product. This is in April, and I did 80K that month. And then, the past 3-4 months, I've been doing 100K months pretty consistently. So,
dude, that's awesome.
Yeah,
it's just so cool.
Yeah, no, it's changed my life completely. Now I'm like, I'm like I told you earlier, like I had the construction. I'm studying construction management in college, and now like, I guess I'm not going to use my degree anymore, and so I'm doing this thing.
So it's always good to have options, but having some cash in the bank and something making money that you can even sell. Yeah, I think now your product is a little more, trend cycle, so it's a less sellable brand. You could introduce more products. Yeah, so I think that's where the long-term play with that brand specifically could work. But honestly, it's rare to see people come into e-commerce of any kind. Doesn't matter if it's Amazon, Shopify, and have the first month do 10. What was the profit margin on that? TikTok Shop's pretty high.
Yeah, super high, especially since I'm not doing any ads. So basically it kind of ranges. I'm between 50 and 70% margins right now. And, you telling me like, that's not normal, and you're like, it's supposed to be like 30, 40%, when you're running ads. And back in the days, that's where you kind of hang all around. And now these guys in TikTok Shop, all they do is give out commission. and that's all you're spending.
Hey, friendly reminder, make sure to check out the resources down below. We launched a school group that teaches you the beginner steps of TikTok Shop, how it works, how to find a product, how to handle sourcing, and start selling on there. And we also have our private group coaching where you get to work with me one-on-one. That's the same program that John is inside of. So check those out. They'll both be super helpful.
You know, without diving too deep into specifics, you're in the political space, right? Candidates come and go, products come and go. And because the political nature of products, you're not allowed to run ads. It's just not allowed. Facebook, there's certain ways you can do political, things that are pre-approved, but it's just a difficult thing to navigate. And I was super excited when I saw his stuff blow up because number one, you have proof of concept with viral videos that have already done well. They've made tens of thousands from single videos. So we're okay. We know these videos convert, and you're doing you're having multiple $10,000 days or more back to back to back. That's awesome. So yeah, there's a natural roller coaster there of sales. But if you then add the ad spend into it, I was like, hey, you're doing 10 a day organically. There's no reason you can't do another 10 or 20 through ads, and that's stable. So it's unfortunate you couldn't add that in there, and I'd love to see you build something or add new products onto that one that would allow for a little more sustainability, to be consistent, because I think the skills you have, now that you've used it to make money and blow something up, you just execute that same playbook onto something that's a little longer term, you're gonna have something consistent. Because I always talk to people about, what worked well for me in e-commerce, what didn't. COVID came around, we did $1 million in a month, just selling orthopedic products. It's one product. And Facebook shut us down for no reason. We didn't violate any policies. And so I was like, well, I have one product running ads on one platform. And when I got rug pull, I was the one who got screwed. Right? And we didn't do anything wrong. And so it's like over time, if you can just take your skills and diversify a little bit, that's where you can build something long term that could be sellable. Even if you just keep it 100, 200K a month with something for 2 years, that's a business that you could easily walk away from for $1 million. It's a big check on time. So yeah, that's freaking cool. For the people who are starting out a TikTok shop, or who have already been on there, they're just struggling to get anything going, what would you say has been the biggest difference maker for you?
I guess taking action, is like what everyone is afraid of, and especially when I first started, I was afraid, and that risk tolerance, that's what separates, the people who get left behind. When dropshipping and Amazon came through, the people that got left behind were people that didn't take action. So that's like the first step, just sign up for TikTok Shop, find a product, or like the first couple steps doesn't take a whole lot to get into, it's just gotta get your foot in the door. The other one is just, learning how to go viral is something that really helped me out. It's like making videos that people want to watch. That's like a high income earning skill that is super important to make it in today's world. And being consistent with that high income earning skill, whether it's, making videos, maybe it's, doing, marketing or whatever it is that, specific thing you're going into, find a high income earning skill and just staying consistent with it is the best advice that I could give to anyone just starting out.
Yeah, that's awesome. And how would you overcome this one big objection that I hear from everybody? Everybody's like, I'm down to make content. I think it could do well, but I don't want to show my face, or I'm not comfortable.
Yep.
How much of your content was front facing for you or any other people versus faceless? Because we've done a lot of faceless stuff that works.
Yeah. I never been in front of the camera for my product ever. Never. I'm not affiliated with that at all. And I feel like on TikTok, there's a lot of products are faceless. Of course, the affiliates are getting in front of the camera, and that's why we paid them 15-20% to do it. But for the content on my side, all my pages are completely faceless. No one's in front of the camera, nothing like that. And especially the live streams, I guess people don't really, I don't know if they don't want someone in the face, like their face in the picture, but people are completely fine just showing a product like this mouse, just like in front of the camera, just straight out like this.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of the thing right now. I say everything faceless.
I think for most content, it's quite easy to demonstrate it in use. So if I have a supplement, I'm going to show, have a POV, unscrew the bottle, scoop in the powder. I'm going to mix it. I'm going to bring it up and pretend to drink it. You can do something like that without actually showing your face. So I feel like for most people, they don't. First of all, look at what other videos have worked, because there's going to be hundreds of examples of similar products. You should go on Calo Data, look at all the videos that have done really well for them. And that's an easy framework that I tell people, just start there. Start by copying what's worked. Not word for word, but use the same framework. Exactly. And that should at least get them going. Because once you make a few videos, it becomes so easy. It's super simple.
Yeah. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. If you've seen a video go viral, it can go viral again. TikTok has to make viral videos every single day. I don't know if they have a quota, but there's got to be someone's got to win every single day. And if you just put yourself out there, take a chance and post a video, press the red button, there's a chance of it going viral. And copying is the easiest way. Not only copying viral videos that other people are doing, but also copying products, That's how it's been done for years, and it still works, copying it, just adding your little creative twist or just marketing it better. That could be all that it takes.
Yeah, and when, a lot of people always get stuck on the research phase, and I always tell people, find a product that's working, and instead of copying it point blank, like the exact same product, find something that's slightly different. I always use the example of LED lights, right? My biggest student that's ever joined the coaching ever came out with 2 stores. Both are verified brands on TikTok, but TikTok gave him a verification badge. One was doing $2 million a month with the Galaxy projector. The other store was the Soul Set, the little sunset lamp. That one at its peak was doing $700K a month. 2 separate LED products on different stores. They're sellable brands. Well, now you know that those LED lights work on TikTok. So go try one of the 1,000 other variations of LED lights. It's the same thing, because if you're trying to go head to head with someone and all you can maybe beat them on is price, it's difficult because they already have market share. And on TikTok, it's not like Amazon where people are searching and they can compare everything. They're seeing it tagged in a video. So it's a little like you can actually get away with charging more than a competitor. I found that. Like we started inching up our price and no change. So, all right, I've got to ask you 2 questions about our coaching group because I'm curious. Number one, what was the thing that helped you the most inside of there? What was one thing that helped you with?
TikTok's changing every single week, and we have multiple calls every single week, and having updates on, what's the current status. You're very up to date with TikTok. You have people inside, you have agents who are always updating you on the current status of what's going on. That's the biggest thing because things are always changing. And then the second one, I know you only asked for one, but the other one is just being around like-minded people who are doing the same thing. They have information that might be able to answer your question. They might be in the same niche of products as you. And just being around people, I'm texting, other guys in there all the time, just like seeing what they're doing, what's working, what's not working. They do the same thing for me. And so those are the 2 biggest things. It's just being around people and also the updates because it's always changing.
Yeah, it surprised me inside of there that we have a lot of Amazon guys, like people usually from the wholesale background. Like there's guys in there with 50,000 square foot warehouses just wholesaling like regular name brand stuff. A lot of them are moving to TikTok Shop because they just keep getting hammered on their margin. So it's been cool to see that. Now, from my own learning perspective, what's one thing you think we can do better inside the group? We're always trying to improve it. What's one thing that's missing or not fully there that you think would be an added something?
I've always been thinking about it, because right now, TikTok Shop's the affiliate game. That's what you talk about the very most is the affiliate game. Because that's where, of course, I create my own content, but I also do the affiliate outreach that, I learned from you. And if there was a way to partner your thing with an agency, and give out discounts for certain ones, or even like, for the guys who are starting out, like giving them access to certain affiliates, or maybe directing, like if I'm having this product and you're doing, your product and you have an affiliate, if you were able to partner with, link that affiliate to some of your students, I think that there's ways to make money for not only your students, you can make money somehow, and your affiliate, everyone could win, So that's just a creative way. I wouldn't know how I instruct.
I think that'd be awesome. Like if you can take somebody who's just started, you like their product, they join the group, and be like, all right, you take these 5 affiliates, they're going to help you out. Like, they're still doing some of our stuff, but they're going to do 5 posts a week for your stuff to help jumpstart it. I think that would be crazy.
Yeah.
Just kind of build a system for that. So I appreciate the feedback. That'd be something really cool, and figure out how we'd integrate that. What? All right, final question for you. What's next for you on the brand with e-com? Obviously, you're new to e-commerce. Like, we're freaking great job with the results so far, but what's next?
Keep building stores, keep working on the one I have now. I'm testing products all the time, I'm just trying to find new things, especially. I feel like I don't want to rush people in any way, but I feel like TikTok, there's a window, open where it's easy to make money right now. And every day that you're sitting around is another day that someone else is going to take the sacrifice and make it happen. So I feel like I'm just rushing every single day to find a new product and just build a new store, and build a brand. That's what I really want to do is build like a supplement or health brand, because that's the biggest, niche on TikTok right now.
Yeah, do something a little more long-term.
Exactly.
I think you already have the skills, and you're further ahead than people who have made the same money you have in e-com. If that makes sense. A lot of those guys, like, okay, they got the ads down or they had some big affiliates, but you've done it without that. But you got those results yourself through your own content. So I think that can help jumpstart a real brand if you build something long-term. So there's nothing wrong with trendy products and making money that way. I've seen a lot of people do it.
Yep.
Freaking awesome. Well, hey, thanks for coming on, man.
Thank you for having me.
I'll leave your info down below if you want to follow them on Instagram or something.
Yeah, my Instagram's TikTok Wiz, TikTok WIZ, and yeah.
If you guys are ever surfing in Hawaii, this guy right here, number 2 in the world.
Okay.
He kills it though. All right, dude. Well, thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
See you guys.
All right.